This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. It was alright in your office, but out here...
Hot. And I could tell you, KUGAN, at Fight Camp, it's going to be even hotter between these ropes.
Not those ropes.
Not these ropes. This isn't the ring.
Obviously
Tony
not.
Bellew goes, the ring's a bit small. I said, no, it's double the size and it's actually back there. But just to give you a little,
Can you give us a quick 60-second little walk?
Okay.
Just show us what's going on where, what will be where.
Okay, so down there you have a car park where obviously have some, where the paramedics will be, make sure everyone's comfortable in that respect for the British Boxing Board of Control.
Yep.
Probably some TV trucks. Down the bottom of that field will also be some TV trucks as well.
Right, carry on.
So you have a car park down there, which will be for various people, probably the medical team, some TV facilities as well. Down the bottom car park, that'll be our international TV centre, where we'll be broadcasting around the world. In here, you actually have a swimming pool,
Okay.
which will not be being used at the time. You might be in there having a little dip with a little couple of bottles of Dom. We've got the main office up here, which won't be used essentially for Fight Camp.
Is that where your dad is going to be up there?
Yeah, he'll be in there because he's 70 odd, so he's not actually, I'm not going to land down here. Of course, you've got the ring here. The ring will actually be, where the flag is the middle of the ring.
Right.
So this will all be completely laid. If you look here, you've got like Terraplast here. This is Mike Goodall Terraplast, so it's going to be obviously a lot more expensive than this. The whole garden, which will completely ruin the garden, will be completely covered with Terraplast. Then you've got canopy, will go up, full-size canopy, and a full-size ring as well. Canopy will go up like an outdoor show.
Yeah.
Over there will be fighter changing rooms built.
Are you building? I was going to ask
building
about
them
that.
there, where fighters will get ready. They will come out of the change room. They will come down the ring walk, which will be the stairs, which will be built into this wonderful amphitheatre of action, almost like a Roman Colosseum getting ready to do battle here at Matchroom Square Garden.
Have you had permission for that name?
Come this way. What, Matchroom Square Garden?
Yeah, or is it just like your unofficial name?
Unofficial name. Some people called it Barry's Son's Garden. BSG. But I prefer Matchroom Square Garden. So,
announced today. First of all, do you want to just talk us through the 1 week delay?
Yeah, a mixture of things really. Mainly, the key to this was getting the right week for the pay-per-view event. You know, the Dillian Whyte Alexander Povetkin card. We're under so much pressure on that event as it is, running with no crowd and trying to deliver that event, that we needed to get the right week. August the 8th is Champions League semi-final, August the 15th is Champions League semi-final. Originally we were going to start on July the 25th and we were going to finish on August the 15th. We now go Saturday, August 1st is the first event, Friday, August 7th is the second event, Friday, August the 14th is the next event, and Dillian Whyte Povetkin will land on Saturday, August 22nd. So that was really the reason. A few obstacles to overcome. I did kind of feel like the later we go, the easier it'll be. You know, things start relaxing a little bit. But we're geared up to run this event like it was happening tomorrow, to be honest with you. So in terms of safety, in terms of logistics.
Are circumstances likely to change as the weeks go on in regards to testing?
I don't think so. I think the board have said, look, these are the rules. We're not going to change these rules. I think it'll just be, as people get more comfortable with being around people, it might not be as much of that sort of environment here. But like I said, we're ready to go as if we were running this event tomorrow. So we'll be running the best testing policy, the best isolation policy, of course, with the bubble that people talk about as well down at the hotel that we have control of down the road. And yeah, we're ready to go. I'm thrilled with the schedule. Managed to pretty much get every fight done. I think we've got 1 or 2 to confirm for Dillian Whyte's card, but I think it's a cracking schedule. I really do, and I think it's going to give you brilliant entertainment. So
Serrano Taylor now confirmed?
No, so that fight is done.
Yeah.
Amanda Serrano signed her contract to take part in that fight. It was scheduled to take place in May. Then we hope we'll be able to do it sooner. And about a week ago now, we wrote to Lou DiBella and confirmed. I saw speculation of, they made a reduced offer. There was never ever a reduced offer going to Amanda Serrano. We pay her full money that she's signed for, but she's being quite difficult. So we're talking to Lou DiBella. She's under contract to fight Katie Taylor, and that's what we expect her to honour. No one's trying to be difficult. I'm not saying trying to undercut or lowball her. It's exactly the same terms that were in her contract. So we're a bit confused as to why there's been a delay over the last couple of days about her confirming that. That fight should be confirmed. Katie Taylor will fight on this card, hopefully against Amanda Serrano. We've also reached out to Delphine Persoon regarding a rematch for that fight. She has a mandatory, which is long overdue, with a WBA as well. But, you know, the focus is 100% the fight that everybody signed for. So no excuses, you know, I mean...
You're optimistic that will happen?
I hope so. I mean, look, Amanda Serrano has had the warm-up fights we've given her. She's had the other vacant world title fight shots we've given her, because we're building towards this, and she's signed for that, and we expect her to honour it.
Okay, so is there a deadline for that? When you want that confirmed by?
We want to get that boxed off over the next few days. You know, we're making inquiries about other fights as well, but that's a fight that we want for this card, and we'll be doing everything we can. Martin Bacoli against Sergej Kuzman for this card as well. Brilliant heavyweight fight as well. Luther Clay against Chris Congo will kick that pay-per-view off. First fight of the night. We did have Jack Cullen against Jason Quigley. Jason Quigley pulled out of that fight last night, which was really disappointing, to be honest with you, and it baffles me. Some boxers, you know, who haven't been able to get themselves ready, or maybe I don't know the full story, but that was disappointing. So we look to make Marcus Morrison against Jack Cullen now. Battle of Manchester for that card, and another big heavyweight fight for that night as well. So that's pretty much done. Week 1, Saturday the 1st of August. For me, I think it's one of the best all-round cards of the whole fight camp. We kick it off with Jordan Gill against Reece Bellotti, British title eliminator in the featherweight division. Great fight. Dalton Smith steps up against Nathan Bennett, 9-1 from Liverpool in his first 8-rounder. Again, like, these are fights Dalton Smith should be really just fighting a couple of journeymen. Now he goes into a much tougher fight. Fabio Wardley against Simon Vallily for the English heavyweight title. Great fight. James Tennyson against Gavin Gwynn for the British lightweight title as a co-main event. And again, egg against cheese. It ain't an omelette. It's Sam Eggington against Ted Cheeseman in what will only be an absolute war.
Absolute war.
And I love week 1. Week 2, we make history. Terry Harper, who is just coming on unbelievably right now, fights Natasha Jonas. First time 2 Brits have fought for a female world title. Doncaster against Liverpool. Anthony Fowler fights Adam Harper on that card as well. Super welterweight fight. Saw Harper go the distance with Zarafa out in Australia. He's been nagging me for years and years to fight one of those boys, so he's got his wish. Chris Billum-Smith will fight Nathan Fawley for the Commonwealth Cruiserweight Championship as well on that card. Hopi Price will also box, and Aqib Fiaz will fight Kane Baker in a really good fight over 8 rounds. Again, just signed Aqib Fiaz, and he's in a proper fight straight off the bat. Week 3, brilliant fight. Jason Wellborn against Felix Cash, Commonwealth Middleweight Championship, and also a really good fight, co-main event, Zelfa Barrett against Eric Donovan from Ireland. Really good fight, tough fight for Zelfa Barrett, his first fight with Matchroom. Another fight that, you know, a lot of these fights down the card are going to go off the radar as well, but Nav Mansouri against Kieran Conway, eliminator for the British light middleweight title, really good fight as well. Shannon Courtenay fights Rachel Ball, really tough fight for Shannon. You know, coming back, first 8 round, that's going to be a war. Rachel Ball, super tough. And then John Doherty will also fight on that card as well in his first 8 rounder as well. And then we move into the pay-per-view event, Saturday, the 22nd of August.
How much will that pay-per-view event be?
Same as always.
Same as always.
Yeah. Some people actually gave me the benefit of the doubt and said, will it be more expensive because you haven't got a crowd? And I was like, oh.
But you got less fights on?
Not broadcast.
Oh, of course, yeah. That really
don't forget that the broadcast element of all these nights won't change. It's just the fights that might have been streamed on Matchroom Fight Pass or something like that, you won't see those fights. But then you're not going to see the mismatches, do you know what I mean, that are on at 4 or 5 o'clock. You're going to see every fight is going to be competitive, and the first rule of fight camp is no easy fights.
What about Conor Benn?
Conor Benn is going to wait. I did everything I could to make Conor Benn against Chris Jenkins. Chris Jenkins was over the moon with the offer. Gary Lockett was over the moon with the offer. Mo Pryor, his manager, was over the moon with the offer. And unfortunately, Queensberry wouldn't let him fight. So we couldn't do that fight. So again, that'll probably go to purse bids, and we'll make that fight later in the year. Okay.
So your fights are now all set for those 4 cards. You may add 1 or 2.
Definitely, we will add 2 more fights to the Dillian Whyte pay-per-view card. But in terms of the other 3 weeks, all boxed off, all done.
Will there be an option on Sky to have crowd on or off?
No. Good question. I don't think so. I've been sort of back and forward about the whole football thing, and for me,
I've had the crowd on, by the way.
I think for football, crowd on better.
Yeah, I think. But
I think for boxing, with what you're going to hear, with the thud, with the trainers talking in between rounds, with the fighters breathing, and going back and talking in the corner, I think it's going to be really compelling. For 4 weeks, and I hope it's only 4 weeks, for 4 weeks I think this is going to be really interesting, and that's why I wanted to do something different. I've built boxing for 10 years trying to make this one of the sexiest motherfucking sports out there, right? I am not going to stick it in a dark studio in the middle of nowhere. We do it outdoors, we do it with London in the background, we do it with the headquarters here, we do fireworks in the field, we do music, we do spectacular ring walks, we do light shows. That's what we fucking do, but most importantly, we do quality stuff in here, alright? So, no, I'm on one now. Listen, I've been camped up, I haven't been able to sell nothing for 3 months, so I'm here.
Alright.
No, but I'm serious, you know, we can't come back and just expect people to take people for granted and say, well, they love boxing, they'll watch anything. You've seen in America anything, and look at the ratings on ESPN. Disastrous. If we don't bounce back in style, this sport will not thrive. And I ain't having it. No. I ain't having it.
Ed, what's your plan? This is what I'm curious about. After the 4 weeks, how is this going to work?
So, I think, I don't know, you know, people agree with me, that the way things are moving, I'm confident that, listen, even at the end of fight camp we might have a little crowd. Who knows? You?
Sneaky 50 in there?
But I do believe in September we will have crowds back, and our October events, we will be doing 1 show in September, 2 shows in October, this is in the UK, probably 2 shows in November and a show in December.
So only one show in September for you in the UK?
Yes, but I believe that
where's
that
that?
It'd be in London,
okay.
But even that I believe could have crowd.
Okay.
I really believe October we will have crowds back of some capacity. Now whether it's 2,000, 5,000 full capacity, we will see.
AJ Pulev, what's going on?
November. I want that fight to happen in the UK. I want that fight to...
Where in the UK?
Could be the O2 Arena, you know, could be a major arena again, because if we're not allowed outdoor, if we're not allowed 80,000, then maybe we just go to an arena and do AJ in there. I want him to fight here in the UK, and that's the plan, probably November time for KUGAN Pulev.
Okay, Usyk Chisora, what's the crack?
Looking for October.
Yeah.
Again, same kind of thing, where we're looking at now options of, can we stage it in front of 3,000 or 4,000 people, or even 1,000 people, or will we be allowed back into the O2? I mean, you saw Dubois Joyce got announced for the
October.
O2. Maybe it's back up and running again. It's 50-50, I think, for those kind of dates. So Usyk Chisora in the works as well.
Okay, I'm assuming there's nothing really more to report on regarding AJ Fury. That's just where it was when we last spoke.
I mean, you would have seen the comments over the last 48 hours. Bob Arum been given full control to negotiate the Tyson Fury AJ fight, and I spoke to Bob last night, and no problem dealing with Bob. You know, we had a good chat, and we just keep moving on. I think everybody knows that it would always be difficult for me and Frank to make a fight. You know, I'm happy to do it, but you know, like I said in another interview, when he gets that tingling feeling when you mention my name, then things could change. But the fact that Bob Arum is fully in charge of Tyson Fury and those negotiations, I think it will make it easier. And you know, like I said, I had a good chat with Bob last night, and I'll be dealing with him in all these negotiations now.
Okay. I interviewed Tyson Fury the other day, and he said to me some interesting comments. He believes that Wilder knocks Joshua and Whyte out in the same way that Wilder knocked out Dominic Brazil. Yeah. He's convinced that they wouldn't beat him.
You can't take what Tyson said. Like, most of the time, he's just having a laugh, and he's just trying to, you know, provoke a reaction. But if that's what he thinks, maybe he's right. I don't believe he's right. I think Dillian Whyte destroys Deontay Wilder, and I think AJ absolutely takes him to school and knocks him out with ease in a couple of rounds. But he's dangerous, you know, and Tyson Fury done a great job dismantling him. And hopefully he does the same thing in a rematch.
Is that a fight you'd still want to see though, isn't it? AJ and Wilder.
Him right. Yeah, I want to see them all. AJ against Dillian Whyte, Fury against Dillian Whyte, Fury against Joshua, Andy Ruiz against Dillian Whyte, Andy Ruiz against Tyson Fury. You know, so many great heavyweight matchups. Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, Usyk against all these guys. List goes on.
Any update on Dillian Whyte's situation?
With the WBC?
Yeah.
No, just that, you know, I think we're making some progress. We've been writing non-stop. The legal letters have been flying in, and, you know, the date's been set, and we don't think it should surpass that date. But first things first, The WBC are probably thinking, although they won't agree with me, and I don't mean this necessarily, but if Dillian Whyte was to lose to Alexander Povetkin, that would take a little bit of a worry off our hands. And this is a dangerous fight. Dillian Whyte deserves all your respect, all your credit, because he's going for it. Here, can you believe, Kugan? Dillian Whyte will fight Alexander Povetkin here, there.
Not really,
epic,
no,
mate.
but
it's going to be fucking epic.
It's got to be great. But do you still believe that situation with the WBC will result in the whole franchise situation for Fury?
They've now said they won't make Fury franchise champion, so fantastic. So let's see it play out. First things first, let's get the victory against Povetkin.
Is Dillian Whyte on your case though about this, or is this out of your hands?
He knows the work that's gone in. Like, again, you can't be naive enough to think that I haven't been non-stop at the WBC about this with Dillian Whyte, in the legal correspondence, writing to Maurizio Sulaiman myself, attending meetings, going on conference calls. All that stuff's been going on, but we've been getting, sidelined, and now we're starting to make some traction. And I think the fans are important to that, to make the WBC know Dillian Whyte deserves his shot. And I think if he beats Povetkin here, there can be no doubt.
Do you regret going the WBC route with Dillian Whyte?
I don't really regret anything in life, but we turned down a lot of good opportunities to fight for the world heavyweight title because Dillian Whyte wanted to win the WBC heavyweight championship of the world.
But 2021, you believe that he'll get his shot?
I believe he will get his shot at the world heavyweight title. Again, first things first, don't take your eye off the ball. This is going to be an absolute war at Matchroom Square Gardens.
Okay, just a final message to people to get geared up for boxing, Edward.
Just thank you for your patience. We've all been working hard. I hope you like what we've delivered. I think it's going to give you great value for money. Now, we come back with some brilliant nights of boxing and then culminating in a huge night. People said you can't do big fights at the moment behind closed doors. We're doing one. Get behind it, support it, and we'll be back to normal soon. But for now, enjoy, stay safe, and I love you, baby.
Edward Hearn, thank you very much.